Hi everybody, it's Annie from There's Crafty Idea, and I'm here with a little craft along inspired by Colleen at GedARTCreations. Now, she did these lovely over the page bits of ephemera and they are absolutely gorgeous, and so I've been playing about with them and I've come up with a couple of variations, but basically I'll show you what they are. Imagine that, let me get a big piece of paper. Say this is your journal page, okay? This will fit over the top of your page and it'll get glued down here and here to make either a top loading pocket or a side loading pocket. And then you've got a pocket in the front, and then you open it up, you've got a pocket there and a pocket there, and then when you flip your page you've got another pocket there. So it's many pockets out of a couple of pages, and I just think they're really cute. And what I've also done with this one, I've added a few extra pockets on because I thought, why not? You know, you've got all that space, you might as well have a few more pockets. So this one's got a pocket here and then a pocket here. It's also going to be a top loader or a side pocket. And then you open it up, it's got these lovely two pockets here. You could add more there if you wanted to. And then when you fold a page over, you've got a pocket there and a pocket there. So it's kind of like multi-use. Lots of lovely places to pop your ephemera. Now, when Colleen did it, she made it using the A4 like copy paper, and they turned out lovely. But I thought, for my journals that might be a bit big, so I've used book page. Now, she did say that you could use book page. Another variation, this one I made a mistake on. Now, Colleen herself made exactly the same mistake. And what I did was, instead of leaving this to go over the side of the page and not decorating that, because that would have been on the page, this one would open this way or this way, I actually glued it down. And so this is just like an open little pocket thing that I'm going to just slide onto one of the pages. But the reason I wanted to show you was, I folded, instead of folding the flap under, I folded it over. So you've now got a pocket popping up that way and a pocket that way. And then I've left the two pockets in there the same. And then on this one, you've got a pocket. I'm going to get a little card so I can show you properly. Let's see. So you've got your pocket here, and then you've got a pocket here, and then you've got a pocket here. So you can add as many pockets as you want, you know. And like I said, I wasn't supposed to glue this bit down. That was supposed to go over the page. But that's the mistake I made. I made exactly the same mistake as Colleen. And then this one is just a variation on it. And it's kind of, this one won't go over the page. This one will go on the page. So it'll sit on the corner of the page like that. You've got your pocket at the front and then your nice deep pocket there, and then this will open up and you'll have your pocket there, which will be sitting on the page, and then you've got a pocket there. And they're all basically made about the same way. So I'm going to show you the basic way of making them, and then you can start playing about with them the way you want. So if you're going to use book page, what you're going to do is you're going to take your book out and you're going to leave it like this. So you're going to take it out in signatures rather than ripping the pages out. So what you're looking for, you want some pretty sturdy signature pages. So this one is great. There's no tears or anything, and it's not, you know, it's not weak at all. So we need 3 of those. So that one's a bit torn. Let's have a look at this one. You can see I've taken them out in signatures. That one looks fine. And then let's have a look at this one. No, that one's a bit weak. That one's fine. Right, great. So I've got me 3. Now, I will leave a link below to Colleen's original video. I'm not sure if she said, I think she did say that she'd seen it on somebody else's video. This is the way YouTube works. We see an idea we like and we go with it, you know. It's just one of those things. So first thing first, your first page, open it up, and then you're going to fold this down. Now You don't want to fold it all the way to the middle, because otherwise you're going to have bulk where you don't want it. So leave a little tiny, maybe it's a millimetre gap between the centre of your paper, and same on this side. Now at this point, if you wanted to do what I did with the other one and leave it like this, then you would flip that the other way, but I'm not going to do that on this one. So there's your first one, simple, just fold your 2 corners down. Now your second one, what you're going to do with this one is, now I've got to try and think about this, because so this one folds down. Is that right? Yes, that's, let me think, because this is the part that gets complicated. So this one here is your middle. You don't have to do anything to this one. So that's going to go sit over there, and this one is going to sit that way. So yeah, so to not have all the bulk in the middle again, we're folding this pocket up, and that's going to stop the bulk in the middle. So I'll show you what I mean. You see where if I'd folded it down, you would have had the 2 edges meeting there, and that would have created more bulk. This way they're not meeting at all. You've still got a nice deep pocket. So you fold that side up and then this side down, and again leave about a millimetre to the centre. You don't want the bulk on the edge, and then give it a good crease. Right, that's your basic folds. Right, so now what we've got is that will sit over the page, that will glue onto this page, and then this will open up like that. So when you turn your page over, you'll have your pocket. So I'm going to show you the three pages again, so as you can see what the folds are. So the first page, fold 2 down. Second page, don't touch it all, don't need to fold it. Third page, you want to fold this one down, so the left side down, the right side up, and that's it. And then you put it together and you've got your basic pockets. Now the first time I did these, I actually glued everything down, then decorated it. Big mistake, because it just makes it so much harder. So because I'm leaving an edge of my book page, I'm going to distress, and so I mean, I could try and figure out and tell you which bits to distress and which to not. I'm just going to say distress where you think. And, I mean, I distressed the whole thing the first time because I wasn't sure. My brain doesn't work well with these kind of technical things. So yeah, but on this one, kind of just the outside, because you're not going to see any of the inside. On this one, because of the various points of where you're going to have pockets and that, I would say just do the lot, and then any bit that's poking out anywhere is going to be nicely inked and give you that vintage effect. You don't have to ink these. Again, this is what I always say, this is a personal choice. They look just as nice not inked, and in fact you can just leave them. You don't have to decorate them. You can leave them just blank with as the page, and it looks really nice actually in a journal with just the book page itself. And then you can add decorations on, you know, put some flowers on or something, and it looks really cute like that. But I'm going to distress it, and I'm going to put some papers on it. I'm not doing a collage on them, although you could quite easily collage these, and I think that they would look really cute. But no, I'm just going to go ahead and put some papers on them, and I think that'll be good. So this one's the same as the first. You only need to collage the outside. Make sure you get both sides of your spine though. There we go. Right, that was quick. Okay then. Now I'm going to put it back together. So that's your middle page. That one that's folded funny goes on the back, and this one that's folded like a little teepee goes on the front. There we go. Great. Okay, So I'm just going to figure this out again. No, I've done that wrong. Okay. That one goes there and that one goes there. Oh, I know. This is the second time I've done this video because my camera decided not to work properly. So I've actually done this tutorial once and it worked out perfectly. This time round, it's just... Oh, right, yes, so there you go. That's the way you want it. Now, let's get to doing some decorating. So, I want to do some nice papers. And, you know, the good thing about any kind of ephemera is, depending on the papers you use, you can make them look very, very different. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this one look very, very different. So, first of all, where is my rule? Because I want to get these edges off. I want a deckled edge because I think it works nicely with the book page. And these papers I'm using are from a pack that I got from Victoria Designs. I'm sorry, I don't know what the name of the pack was, but it was a huge, it was in a sale. I don't know if you can get the actual pack that I got now because I think it was a sale thing. But they've got some fantastic papers at Victoria Designs. So they're on Etsy, and you can watch they do a lot of tutorial videos with using the items that they sell on YouTube. And so yeah, I've got a few kits from them, and really nice kits. So this one, it was kind of an office type design thing, which I loved because it's got that vintage officey feel, and if that's a word, officey. It's got that vintage office feel to it. I'm just making up my own dictionary now, why not? Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna eyeball this where I'm gonna tear it. You know me, I eyeball just about everything. It's probably not a good idea, but it's the way I work. Now let's just make sure I've got that right. Okay, no, that's slightly too wide. I'm going to take off another little bit, but that's fine. Even those little strips will go into a collage somewhere. Right, now let's check again. Perfect. Right, now I'm just going to tear it across the top. And I'm just going to use the points of my pocket to show me where to add my rule. And I mean, you can cut these if you want to cut them precise. Use your guillotine or your scissors. I'm still in love with my deckled rule. So I'm still having fun with it. And I do like the deckled edge. It just adds to that vintagey, shabby chic feel that I really wanted, especially as I want this particular one that I'm making, to look like it's been sitting in an old office for 40 years. You know, that kind of aesthetic. So let's get some glue on. So I hope everyone's okay. I hope you're all doing well. I know it's been a while since I've seen you. Things have been a little bit mental here. Work got really, really busy and heavy, and then obviously we've had quite a few bouts of ill health between me and the kids and the hubby, and yeah, it's kind of been, I haven't had time to think. So that's why I haven't been on very much, and I mean, I do apologise. I miss you all. You know, it doesn't feel right when I'm not talking to you and crafting, and to be honest, I haven't done much crafting. But even when I've had the chance to do a little bit, it's been hectic. So, but it's all sorted now. Everything's calmed down now, and hopefully everything will be back to normal. I'm saying that knowing that the universe will conspire against me again, because every time I say things are getting back to normal, but I'm going to say it anyway. And hopefully this time the universe will take the hint and give me a break. But yeah, it's been a strange few weeks here. So we're finally coming out of lockdown. Oops, a daisy. That one didn't go as planned. We're finally coming out of lockdown, and we've gotten our first weekend away. I can't wait. It's not a great, you know, a great adventure. We've got a weekend in a friend's caravan. And it's not much, but it's something, you know. It's not home or work, which is basically what it's been for the last year. Oh yeah, so it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have so much fun. And we're going wild swimming again. Chris has already been wild swimming, and I am so proud of him doing that. I really am. I chickened out and didn't do it. And I'll tell you why, because it's just still too cold here. Normally May is kind of like the, you know, the best of our weather is in May. We get most of our summer in May, and I'm just feeling for the edge there. And yeah, it's been strange because it's been practically winter all month, and now apparently we are heading for a heat wave. I'm going to tie this one long because it's going to go into the pocket. Now we're heading for a heat wave in the next few weeks apparently, which will be nice. It'll be a change. So hopefully that's going to start this weekend, because it's in England, it's a bank holiday, which means we get a 3-day weekend, and it's not often I get them off, but I've got this one off. So we're going to York. I can't wait. York's one of my favourite cities, and I haven't been for over a year. I've missed it so. It's absolutely amazing, York. And I'm going to the Shambles, and I think I've told you about the Shambles before. The Shambles was the inspiration for Diagon Alley in Harry Potter, and in honour of that, the City of York have turned it into a wizarding street of shops. And now that one's just gone slightly over. Not to worry, I'm just going to trim it. Now they've got cauldron shops, they've got spell shops, they've got so many different shops, which is great. Right, that's our front page done. There we go. Perfect. And there's even a shop there that's called the Shop That Must Not Be Named. And if anybody's a Harry Potter fan, you know how significant that is. It's amazing. So that's our front. If I decide to put a pocket on, I can always just come back and add that. Now let's do the inside. And I'm keeping a theme, so I'm going to use similar kinds of colours. So I'm thinking I might use that down there. Right, let's just get the straight edge off. So yeah, they've also, what York has also is some of the best vintage and second-hand shops that I've been to, and every time I go down there I come back with a great haul. And the last time I went, I got vintage fabrics and vintage, well, antique music books, and just so many wonderful things that I can't wait to go this time. I'm really looking forward to it, and I will do a haul, because I have never yet been to York and not come away with enough things to do a haul. So I'll do a haul video and show you what I get, because no doubt it's going to be something amazing. Oh, I don't need to do that side. And hopefully, I mean, last time I went, I came back with bags full of things. It was absolutely fantastic. I found some proper antique books, and yeah, it was really good, really good. So I will do my haul and I will show you what I get. And I'm keeping my eyes open for things that I can put onto the Etsy page as well. onto the Etsy shop. So there'll be hopefully things there, because sharing's always good. There we are. Oh, I like that with the little books just popping out. Now let's get another sheet. Let's have a look at you. Kind of like that with the ink. It gives another colour to it. Yeah, I think I'll do that one. And then I kind of like the idea of that or that. Yeah, that'll look good. Or even just, yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's get the edges off these. I should have pre-torn these edges so that it was a quicker video, but I didn't get round to it. Like I say, I did have all of my stuff prepared for the first time I did this video, but it didn't work out that way. I really hope that the camera is recording this time, because if it's not, I am going to scream. And you'll probably hear me from wherever you are. I don't have the patience for technical things like cameras. My husband, Chris, is great with that kind of thing. And I can work them out if I have to. You know, I've got quite a logical mind, so I can actually work out what I need to do. But generally, I don't have the patience. So when things aren't working properly, I tend to just press lots of buttons and hope for the best. Which I've been told off for many times. But it tends to work for me. If it works, well, continue. But yeah, I get told off for doing that now. So yeah, this weekend I'm not going to get out of the wild swimming because I've been told to pack a cossie. Because we're going to find a nice moorland stream and go swimming. Yay! Just what I need, cold moorland water. And boy is it cold up there on the moors. But it'll be fun, I'm sure. I think after I get over the first initial getting in, I'll be fine. It's that initial dip, isn't it? The first one after a long winter of no swimming. It kind of takes it out of you. Right, let's get this torn down. So I want it about there. There we go. And again, I'm going to use this as a guide. I'm going to find the edges of me pockets and use them as a guide. There is many more precise ways of doing this. But if you've watched me for a while, you know I'm not like that. I don't be precise. I do everything by eye. One of these days I might shock you and I might do a video where I measure everything out perfectly. Yeah, I know it's never going to happen really, is it? I've changed my glue pages as well. So instead of using book pages, I'm using these, the shiny pages that you get out of books, like big encyclopedia type books. I had a couple of them that I wanted to take the images out of, so I've started using them as the glue pages, because you can glue on them multiple times because the glue dries really quick, and once it's dried you can just glue straight over the top. It's not tacky or sticky, so you just glue, turn it over and glue again. And it works out great. Right, I wonder if, now that would work perfectly, wouldn't it? We just need to tear a little bit off. Right, where are we? There we go, perfect. and then that's keeping a nice continuity. As I have re-inked this pad 3 times now, and it's much better than it was, but they're never quite as good as when you first buy them, are they? I think I'm going to have to just bite the bullet and buy a new one, because the re-inking doesn't really, it's not giving it the depth that I want, so I'm going to have to buy a new one, I think. The good thing about York is there are craft shops there, so I'll be able to find one there. Because I was shocked and saddened. I went to my local city where I live, and it's been a while since I've walked around. It's been a very long time, obviously because of the pandemic and everything, but yeah, I went there for a proper wander around the other day, now that things are starting to open up again, and I was very shocked and saddened by how many businesses have closed. And I know that it's the same everywhere, you know, there's been a lot of business casualties with this pandemic, but some of our best shops have gone, and it's so sad. It's really sad. So many people who have, you know, put the hearts and souls into making these businesses, but things will get back, you know, things will move again eventually, I suppose, and we will get our shops back. But I'm hoping that I'm hoping that it's not the same story in York. It's a much bigger city than my city. I'm hoping that it's fared better. Especially the Harry Potter shops. Right, let's get this last piece on in the middle. And then I think we've only got one last piece to do, and we can glue it down. So we don't need to put anything on this piece, because this is going to be glued onto the page, and then this is going to be glued onto the back of the page, so this bit we need to cover. So the good thing about this is we could choose any kind of paper to put on this, because it's going to be on a different page, which means basically, you know, you could go with a different theme if you wanted to, and that would be absolutely fine, because, you know, whatever theme you want on that page is going to look good. I kind of like the idea of that. Let's have a look and see what else we've got lying around. Oh, wrong way. So yeah, you could basically have anything you wanted on the back and it would work out just fine. Wrong way. And oh, telephones. Let's use the telephones, because obviously it's a different page in your journal, because once you turn that page over, you know, you might have a different theme on the other page, or you might want continuity throughout every page. But yeah, so again, it's a personal style choice. I'm trying to think. I need the bottom edge doing. There we go. It's so strange, just, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, the planes going over, because it's been so long where there hasn't been much in the air at all, and now all of a sudden there's planes coming back. And you don't realise how much noise they used to make until you're listening to them again. I don't know whether to be happy at the back or annoyed. Maybe a bit of both. Right, now again, let's just use that as our edge. There we go, perfect. And then what I'll do is I'll pop some different pockets on, and we'll try a few different types so that you can see, you know, the different ways you can put your pockets on. Because, you know, with the pockets the way they are, they can pretty much take any kind of, let's just turn this one over. There we go. You can pretty much make up the pockets however you want to. And I do like having a variety of different shapes on them, because it just adds to the playfulness of the piece. And you do want your pieces to be interactive and playful. There we go. Okay. Right, now to glue down. Make sure you've got everything lined up as well as you can, and you want to make sure that everything's where it needs to be. Okay, where's my tacky glue? I've got it. Now then, I think that's lined up nicely. It looks it. Yep, okay. So keeping my finger on, I tell you I've missed a step, so I'm gonna just quickly do that. Because I'm going to be adding more pockets and there's going to be ephemera in these pockets, I am actually going to cut this down to get rid of the bulk of that paper. So cut that down and then quickly glue this. And not only is that going to make sure that you've got a little bit more, your pocket's got a little bit of a stronger edge, you've also got rid of the bulk. Don't throw those away because they can come in handy, because you can use them to make your little pockets. So there's the one, and then we'll do the same with this one. And this is where, if you were going to do the pocket the outward way, obviously you wouldn't be doing this because you're going to be using it as a pocket. But seeing as I'm not going to do that on these, I'm just going to glue them. Right, there we go. Okay. Now that feels a lot better because there's not all that bulk. Whereas, you know, there's all that extra paper, all those extra layers. Now it feels better. So let's make sure again we've got everything where we want it. Right, now we can get gluing. So on this first one, I'm going to glue along the bottom and then up the side, and I'm also going to run a little bit of glue down here. Now you don't have to, because this will stay closed anyway. I'm just doing this just to give it a little bit of extra security. I just want to make sure that it sticks nicely to that page. Plus, when I come to turn it over and glue the other side, it'll be very stable. Right, make sure you've got everything placed where you want it, and just give it a minute for the glue to take. You can sew around these as well. I think Colleen was sewing around hers, and that's how she ended up making the mistake that I made, because when she sewed around it, she actually sewed the back pocket shut instead of leaving it open. So on this one, I don't need to add any extra glue down there because I've already done it on the other side. So up and along. I mean, they're easy to, you can glue them first and then sew around them if you want. They work just as well. There we are, perfect. Again, give it a second. I'm just lining this one up. You want to make sure that your edges are where you want them to be. Now, again with this one, I'm going to glue down this side, and I'm going to do that because obviously the other side is going to be, it's going to be over the page. So I want to make sure that this side is secure and it's not going to be open if you were to open the page for some reason. There we go. Make sure everything's still lined up nicely. Give it a nice press. There we go. And then this one we're not going to glue because that's going to go over your page. So that's fine. We don't need to glue that. And there we are. We've got the basic thing made. Now, if you were going to sew around this, that needs a second to just hold. If you were going to sew around this, you would sew around it open like this. Because if you don't have that open, you'll make the same mistake that I did, and you'll sew it down, or if you're just gluing, you'll glue it down. So if you want to sew around it, I would suggest you sew all the way around like that, and then if you wanted to go down these sides, then go down the sides, because otherwise if you don't have that open, you will sew it down. Right, okay, now let's decide if we want some pockets. Now this is where your bits and pieces can come in handy, because that could be a pocket, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold over the very tiny edge so that it's got a little bit more structure to the edge of the pocket, and then I'm just going to chop that and chop that, and then give a tiny little bit of glue. Okay, and then there's our first pocket made, and we can stick that on. Just get those bits out of the way. We can stick that on, and we're going to put like something across there. Right, so first of all, same thing as we did with the other one, with the rest of it, is first thing is we want to just quickly distress it. Now I know what you're thinking. You might see the edge of those letters and they're going the wrong way. Well, yeah, but I'm not so bothered about that. If you didn't like that, then obviously use another page and turn it so that it's the right way. You know, if that's gonna be your aesthetic, then it's quite easily fixed. Now, let's see. I don't want to waste paper, so I'm just looking for things that I could use. That's quite nice, I like that. Right. It's not going to go all the way to that corner, but that's okay. It doesn't have to. We can be forgiven for little bits. Again, if you wanted to measure these precisely, then there are lots of ways of doing that. Right, let's get a little bit of this on. Oh, it's going to be so nice being in a different city. I mean, I don't know how the lockdown's gone where you are, or how bad it's been. I mean, I know some places haven't experienced lockdowns really, but it's this last one has been particularly bad because it is the middle of winter, and in England that means basically you don't get to leave the house much. Yeah, our weather's not conducive to playing outside. So we've kind of been stuck in the house for so long and stuck in the same places and not being able to go anywhere. And I mean, going for walks and things, yeah, fair enough, but the same walks all the time. And it's going to be so nice to be somewhere different. There we go. Right, so there's our first little pocket put on, and I might put something across there. And again, you've got your book pages, so those ones that weren't strong enough, I've just torn them down the middle, and then I'm basically just going to decide on how big I want this pocket. Think about there, and I'm going to go a little bit bigger than that because again I'm going to fold it down, and then I'm just going to take off this edge to make it the right size. and that way it should sit nicely. So let's just fold down the edge. I'm probably not folding particularly straight, but that's fine. Right, there we go. Now let's get the ink on. And this one, you can see this one, the text is going the right way. So that's gonna, you know, if that's something that's gonna bother you, there's ways around it. You just choose another page. And it's not like we haven't got lots of book pages. Right, what shall we put on this one? That's too small. How about that? Too small. I do like that, so I think I will use that. I'm just going to tear it down. Right. One way. That would be different. Okay. There we go. And then there we are. Okay, and I'll just ink this up, and you can see I've missed that corner off. I'm not bothered. I want it to have that shabby feel to it, that shabby chic feel, so it's gonna be fine. I don't want it to look perfect because I want it to look like it's been sitting in an office for 40 years. If anybody's ever worked in an office, you know things don't stay perfect. Okay, now we'll just glue that one on. I'm just going to glue around the 3 sides. I mean, I suppose I could, if I wanted to, put a little notch in it, but I'm not going to. I don't think it would suit the aesthetic of what I'm making here. So there's that one there. And so with that one, you've now got your big pocket, your little tuck pocket, and then a smaller pocket. So that's going to be great. And then we're going to turn over. We can decide to do something in here. I kind of like the decoration in here, so I think I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to do anything in there, but on this one I'm definitely going to add another corner. So let me see, I'm going to use, where's that book page that wasn't strong enough? Let's tear that down. Now, first of all, let's get it to where we want it. There we go. Now I'm going to make this into a big pocket that's going to almost cover it. Not quite as much as that, because I do like that back paper. So let's make it a bit smaller. Right. Now, turn it round. And I'm lining the inside edge of my rule up with the top of the other pocket. And that way we should have it at a good size. Yeah, that's perfect. Right. What I didn't do on this one, which I've just realised, I haven't folded over that edge. So I'm going to have to be a bit more careful using that one. Although saying that, it's going to have the extra strength of the decoration paper. But I am aware that I've done that. Because I know I could hear you all screaming, Eileen, you've just messed up. I know. It's fine. We can survive. Right. Kind of like that. It's just not big enough. Let me see what else we've got. I like this young lady, but she's too big. The hands, no, it's not going to sit right. We've got the telephones. How about something like this? Tickets, yeah, and then we can always put a decoration on it. Okay. There we go. Well, that didn't work, did it? Right, let's try again. There we go, that's better. Oh, that wasn't a very good go. Okay. I tell you what else I'm looking forward to as well, is the actual journey down to York. Now it's about an hour and a half away, an hour and a half, 2 hours from me, which isn't very long, but considering we haven't had like any kind of road trips for a while, and I know that in the grand scheme of road trips, that's not a very long road trip. I know, this I know, but yeah, I'm looking forward to just being in a car for more than half an hour. just getting a journey that lasts longer than like 10 minutes. That isn't to work. A journey that's not to work. Yeah, that'll be fun. Oh dear me. Right, now let's just get this bottom edge torn and then we can get this stuck on. And then I think, other than decoration, we're just about done. And the good thing is, if when you're putting this into a journal you decide that you want to add another pocket, you just add another pocket. It's no great deal, you know, it's just pop on another pocket and boom, you're done. So what you could do basically is you could make up a load of blanks, which would be the completed piece without anything added extra on, and then you could, as you put them into your journals, you could add the extras on that you want, and that would be a great way of doing it, because then you could bulk make, and you could have loads ready for when you need them. There we go. Okay, now where's our piece? I've lost it. There we go. Oh yeah, that's going to look really cute. So let's get that piece added on. You want to make sure that you're using a good, if you're not going to sew these, use a good strong tacky glue, because you know they are pockets and they are going to require a little extra strength. So although if my glue page problems are any indicator, they're actually going to just stick together anyway. Whether you want them to or not. Okay, right, now let's get our pretended journal page again. Here's our pretended journal page, and we'll pop this over. Now there's your nice pocket there, and then there's your nice little pocket there. You could put another pocket there if you wanted. Then you're going to turn your page over. You've got your pocket here, here, here. Not to mention that this is going to be a side pocket or a top loading pocket. And then you open it up and you've got your pocket here and your pocket here. And if you so wish, you could put extra pockets there. You could even just put a belly band, like a little belly band thing, or a little belly band across there, and have things tucked in a belly band. In fact, let's have a look and see what that looks like. I think it might be quite nice. I said I was going to be finished and now I'm not. So all you would do is get an extra piece of paper, and I'm going to make it bigger than I actually need it for the belly band, again because it's be a good idea to fold the edges. And then you've got a little bit extra strength in those edges, so it just means that this paper's splitting. Let's try it a bit further in. There we go. So there would be your belly band, and again you would just decorate it. You put your paper on and then you would glue it on either end, and you've got a little belly band there as well, so you can play about with them and add on extras here and there and everywhere. But I think they're a great idea, and thank you very much, Colleen, excuse me, for showing us these. And I will put a link down to GedARTCreations. I think it's JD or GedARTCreations, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's Colleen, who does some lovely things and gorgeous papers. And again, like I said, you can play with this. One's knurring over the page, this one's on the same page, and then this one is the over the page one. But I've left this one quite plain because I'm going to decorate it when I put it into my journal. And again, this one the same, quite plain. I haven't added any pockets onto this. So this is what I'm talking about. If you were going to make some blanks, if you wanted to bulk make these, you would leave them at this stage, pop them into your ephemera bucket, and then as you take them out, you can decide to either decorate them with bits of flowers, and let's have a look and see, you know, you could add your flowers and that, or you could add extra pockets and tucks and belly bands and all sorts of little great ideas. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. I hope that I didn't make it too complicated. Have a watch of Colleen. I'm sure she does it much better than I did. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will do a whole video when I get back from York, and I'll show you all of the wonderful things I know I'm going to find and buy. I shall be absolutely shocked if I don't come back with at least one bag full, so I will show you that. And do take care and stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Happy crafting, bye.